Imagine a community that promises spiritual salvation, simplicity, and a life rooted in ancient values. But behind the peaceful facade lies a history of strict control, alleged child labor, and disturbing controversies. Today we're diving deep into the 12 Tribes, a religious community that sparked fascination, fear, and worldwide attention. The 12 Tribes is a religious community with roots in the 1970s, blending beliefs from Christianity, Judaism, and communal living. With communities spread across multiple countries, the 12 Tribes offers a unique lifestyle that draws people seeking a more meaningful existence. But despite its promises, the group has faced intense scrutiny over its practices, beliefs, and treatment of members. So, what's really going on behind the scenes? The 12 Tribes was founded by Gene Spriggs, also known as Yonek, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, during the early 1970s. Spriggs started a small Bible study group, advocating a return to what he saw as early Christian values. This group quickly gained followers who were disillusioned with mainstream society, yearning for a simpler, faith-driven life. The movement expanded rapidly, evolving from a Bible study into a full-fledged religious community with its own rules, lifestyle, and beliefs. The group adopted the name 12 Tribes, symbolizing their vision of recreating the 12 tribes of Israel as described in the Bible, believing themselves to be God's chosen people. As the community grew, they set up communal living arrangements, giving up personal possessions and dedicating themselves to shared work and faith. The 12 Tribes practices a unique blend of Christianity, Judaism, and communal living. Members believe that they are the modern-day representation of God's chosen people, and that their way of life is a reflection of His divine will. The community is structured around strict religious teachings, with all property and income shared communally. Members follow the Bible closely, emphasizing both Old and New Testament laws, which include dietary restrictions, modest dress, and a rejection of modern luxuries. Daily life in the 12 Tribes is highly regimented. Each day begins with communal prayers and scripture readings, and members work together in various industries owned by the group, from farms to bakeries, cafes, and soap-making businesses. Their businesses play an essential role in the community, allowing them to be self-sufficient while also connecting with the outside world. The 12 Tribes values modesty and simplicity in dress, preferring a uniform-like style that distinguishes them from mainstream society. The community has its own internal hierarchy, with elders holding positions of authority. Members are expected to show obedience and respect toward these leaders, who interpret God's will and guide the group's decisions. Despite its ideals of faith and simplicity, the 12 Tribes has faced significant criticism and legal trouble, especially regarding child labor and the treatment of minors. Children within the 12 Tribes often play a crucial role in maintaining the community, helping with tasks that include farming, cooking, and working in the group's businesses. Investigations and former members have reported that children in the community work long hours, with limited access to formal education. Instead of traditional schooling, children are educated within the community, focusing heavily on religious teachings and obedience, rather than standard academics. This has raised concerns about whether the children's futures are being compromised by a lack of proper education. The 12 Tribes' disciplinary practices have been one of the most controversial aspects of the group. Numerous accounts from former members and undercover investigations suggest that the community uses corporal punishment as a form of discipline for children, and even adults are subjected to strict measures for breaking rules. The community sees physical discipline as necessary to build character and obedience, often quoting biblical passages to justify these practices. However, critics argue that this crosses the line into physical and psychological abuse, leading to trauma among former members. Law enforcement agencies in various countries have taken these allegations seriously. In Germany, for example, authorities conducted a raid on the 12 Tribes community and removed dozens of children following reports of child abuse. Similar actions have been taken in the United States, where child welfare and labor laws have brought the community under legal scrutiny. Despite these controversies, the 12 Tribes has a powerful appeal for certain people, particularly those looking for an alternative way of life. The group offers a path of simplicity, communal living, and spiritual devotion, which can be attractive for individuals who are disillusioned with modern society. People who join the 12 tribes are often looking for a sense of purpose, family, and community, values that the group openly emphasizes. New members often find their way into the community through the 12 tribes businesses, which emphasize organic, traditional, and wholesome products. These businesses act as a bridge between the 12 tribes and the public, attracting individuals who are interested in healthy living and alternative lifestyles. Life inside the 12 tribes is structured around a sense of purpose, duty, and spirituality. Members share every aspect of life, from meals and work to worship and childcare. They see themselves as a modern-day reflection of God's kingdom, living apart from the corruption of mainstream society. The day begins with communal prayers and continues with work in various industries, from farming and crafts to managing the group's cafes. Every member, from children to adults, has assigned responsibilities, and each day is filled with tasks aimed at supporting the community. The community believes in raising children with strong values, focusing on obedience, discipline, and spiritual teachings. Kids are closely supervised by community members and taught to respect authority from a young age. However, former members have often described life within the 12 tribes as restrictive, with strict codes of behavior and punishment for questioning or challenging the group's teachings. The 12 tribes has drawn significant attention from the media, law enforcement, and ex-members over the years, sparking numerous investigations and legal actions in various countries. The group has faced lawsuits, child welfare investigations, and labor law violations, with authorities seeking to address the controversies surrounding its treatment of members, and especially minors. Despite these issues, the 12 tribes continues to operate, with communities that stretch across continents and new members joining every year. The group's resilience in the face of legal challenges is notable, as they have often invoked religious freedom in defense of their practices. Their businesses, known for quality organic products and traditional craftsmanship, continue to attract customers, many of whom are unaware of the group's beliefs or controversies. For the 12 tribes, these businesses serve as a means to sustain their self-sufficient lifestyle. The 12 tribes represents both the allure and danger of communal living. For some, it offers a life of simplicity and purpose rooted in ancient values. But for others, it is a place of strict control and questionable practices. Whether seen as a spiritual sanctuary or a controversial community, the 12 tribes remains one of the most debated religious groups today. What are your thoughts on the 12 tribes and their way of life?